Boom! Here we are at the Flying Can Ranch from Cedar Creek Lake, Texas. I'm feeling pretty good about making this video. We actually had a lot of rain last night, and I thought it was going to continue throughout the day. So let's move on with it. As of late, I've been talking a lot about Glock, and there's a lot of Glock replicas out there. This is the Gen 3 that we covered. I did one on the repair of the Gen 5, and yes, I had to buy a refurbished one to make that one happen. And I hope it was informative. I didn't want to, bore anybody to death, but if you got in that pinch. But I want to talk about something is like Andy's airgun review said, has been kind of overlooked. And this is the Heckler and Koch, or H&K, USP Blowback. Like, oops, that. Very satisfying sound. And it does have a decocker to it. We'll get to that. I like this one a lot, and I hope I don't mess up this shooting video, because I did really, really good with this thing, playing with it when I first got it. So let's go over it real quick. It shoots a .177 caliber steel BB. Its feet per second is going to be about 325. So it's not real powerful, but it does what it needs to do. The overall length is 7.75 inches. The barrel length is 4 inches, and the overall weight is 2 pounds. Now, it does have a, I'm gonna fight them on this, because I think you can, they say a fixed shooter sight and a driftable front, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Has a 16-shot magazine. They also make this in a non-blowback, not as heavy, and the lengths are a little different, but just to let you know, it's a lot cheaper. Trust me, a lot cheaper. So that being said, let's give it a quick, we're going to look at it close and kind of show the back end of it. We'll flip it around. You can kind of see the business end of it. And we're going to come around and show you this side. Now, I can't remember, to be honest with you. I think this might be field strippable. I haven't tried it yet. It looks like you can, and we'll go over that. So, on this side of the gun is you got this lever and this lever. And I know you got some of this white printing on here, and you'll see more of it on this side. It's not overly done or really super loud. On the bottom, you'll have a serial number right down there on the bottom plate. And all right, that's what it looks like. So starting on this side here, I'm going to jack this back, and we're going to get it to lock, and then we'll let it go. I love that sound. Coming around here, you can bring this kind of up, and I did not, or did I? I got to remember how this works. That's going to be your safe mode. All the way up is going to be your safe mode. Down, a click, is going to be fire. And if you push it all the way down, you can decock the gun. Of course, this right here is your slide lock, and what I believe you can knock out to remove the actual whole slide. I'm not sure on that. If I find out otherwise, I'll let you know. And then on this side is just your normal printing and this and that. The grip itself has a lot of good stiffening to it. It fits good in the hand. It's very firm. It's got a lot of stuff right here on it. And you also have that, it's going to be hard to see, that stippling right here. So for that deal. You have an ambidextrous, it's on each side of the trigger guard, that you can push these, I'm hoping I can show you, these little levers down. And that's what releases your slide. Just like so. And we'll get to that. And we'll come around here. This is what I think you have to push to do the, right there, to do the takedown on it. I'm not really positive on that. And I apologize that I didn't look at it before I got out here. You do have a, like a regular rail. Like one of those 11 millimeter or something rail right down here. It's not a weaver type. But you can put a laser or a light or something like that on it. So you got a little stippling here on the back of the hammer. There's none on the trigger. The trigger does appear to be metal. Now this is an all metal slide and barrel and then a polymer at the bottom. I like it because it's a little beefy and I like the way it fits in the hand. Like I said, you got that stippling right here. And you can hold on to that, and pretty good. So it's got the usual nice 3-dot, you know, well painted up, easy to see sights on it. That's that. So if we were to trigger that thing over here by the trigger housing, and you notice this slide doesn't just really come out quick. It doesn't really, it just kind of falls out. It's not. I might oil that up so it reacts quicker because that would kind of doubt you on training. And then basically what you're going to do, now this is a little tricky and I want to point this out to you. There's no place to lock the spring back when you pull this down. And it's kind of hard to see. This little rod, when you get it all the way down, kind of has a habit of poking up. So when you get ready to release everything, you're going to have to kind of force that down, and I'll try to show you. So in this case, we're going to bring it down, and that does kind of pop up into here and lock, kind of like so. But you could probably, well, not really. So basically what you're going to do is, I had a little problem with this originally. You're going to put your BBs right up in here, if I can remember this correctly. I had a problem with this originally, and I have to remember how I did it. Because it was a little confusing at first, so you're going to see it's confusing again. It seemed like I had a better luck. Let's see if the black diamonds work a little better. Because I was thinking you had to feed them in behind this. I really had to play with this for a while too. Yeah, you got to kind of press it in there with your finger. And then with the next one, you'll continue to press. At least that's how I got it to work the last time, but it doesn't seem to want to do that. I did something. I can't remember what I did. Oh, I'm not right on top of the hole yet, so let me see if I can get this one to feed. I found a way to make, there it went. It's a little tight up here at the top, so you're going to have to kind of press that in there and then take maybe your fingernail or something and really push that back in until it drops. I did not like this procedure originally. I tried other ways. I thought you could lead it from the bottom. Now you might be able to figure out where this is 6 and just drill a small hole without hitting that spring in there, as I've heard certain people say. But that's pretty much, and that's how I got it last time, is I got that pressed in there, and then I just popped another BB right in front of it, and I'd push that in until that one went, and then I'd start feeding this one in, like so, and then I would get the next one, and again, try to get them in there staggered like. So it's a little tough to load, so that's one of the downfalls. I think the more you use it, this will, yeah, see, I got them both in that time. The more you use this, that'll probably lighten up a little bit, and temperature and stuff might have something to do with it. There it goes. And you'll have a little window here showing you where you're going at. And I don't want to bore you to death, but we'll just go ahead and load this up while we're here. And I got that one in. Probably about one more. And then that one in pretty good, maybe one more. And then I'll show you about the little spring release. Okay, so now you have this little rod right here. And it's kind of sticking up and it's locking up against this. So you're going to have to kind of press, kind of pull back on your spring, press that down with your thumb, and it lets go. That's how I got it to work. And then you can slam it back up in there. And Dan, if I knew I was remembering everything, and I did not. So hold on a second. That'll work perfectly. Let me grab something. I forgot one thing. One thing. Never fails. Oh, look at it. Actually, I forgot two things. I'm not going to say no more about it, but it does come in a blister pack. So be it with all your instructions and all that good stuff. We'll just set that over there. Comes with this wrench. I forgot to bring it with me. Now, unlike the other ones I've showed you where you can just drop that thing down and drop the CO2 in, you have to take this wrench and then turn it counterclockwise. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up till it feels real loose. And I'm not there yet. This is your plug that goes in the bottom of your mag. So you're going to stick your CO2 in there and drop it. Now, I would advise that this is in there at a very strange angle and it likes to tilt and do other things. And if you've ever messed with one of these, you know they can be a pain. I would really advise to try to start that. See, to me it's kind of tilted. Try to start that with your fingers before you get crazy, see? This is, if I can say anything bad about this gun, it is this right here. But it's in there at a slight angle. And it is once you get the hang of it, which I've only done it once, you should be able to get it in there fairly easy. See, I keep locking up on it. And I want to pop that out for a second because that's not going to do me any good. You got to get it just right. And the back of it is kind of tilted in a little bit. So you can see where that back is tilted down toward there. And you got to be very careful because you strip this. See, now I've got it. You can tighten that in there like so. So loading and getting this in and out is a real pain in the butt. Absolute. To me it is anyway. I would have went with a different design with that. But once you get the hang of it, I've got another one that's like this, and I've got it pretty much mastered. So, and that's how it all works. And then you can just slap that in there, lock it in, make sure it's in tight, rack yourself around, and you're good to go. And You know, you can lock it up there, keep it safe mode. Now that safe mode is only on the you know, your safety is only on the left side. It is not ambidextrous. So there you go, the H&K USP. So now if you'll bear with me, I'm going to get this one posted. Now I wanted to say that again, they make a non-blowback version. I think Airgun Depot had it for like 54. This one's going to set you back about 100 and something. I don't remember the exact cost. But I like it because it really is beefy, aside from the loading mechanism and getting that plug back in there. But we're going to wrap this video up, and I've got some targets already set up behind me, and then we'll get this one posted, and then we'll do a shooting review. So again, I like the Glocks. I mean, they look pretty realistic. And then I've been on my eye on this for some time. Watched a couple reviews on it. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is they say these sights are fixed, but it does look like maybe you could, if you had a good brass punch or something, did it very lightly, you may be able to drift that front, and it almost looks like you could drift the rear. I'm not going to swear by that, but it surely looks like it. But I don't know. Maybe I'll try it later. But that's how we do it at the Flying Can Ranch. I've got my target set up. We'll get this one posted. We'll put together a shooting review, and then we'll see what it does. And that's the way we do it here at the Flying Can Ranch. Later.